At the devil are we? I'm Matt, and welcome back to some more mysteries. This time, it's probably things flying in the sky. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? Is it a UAP, UFO? Is it a balloon? Midwest will probably say it's a balloon. He's not often saying it's a UFO, but sometimes he's right. I will give him his props. Anyway, let's go and take a look.
It's a normal day in the skies above Plymouth, Wisconsin, and amateur photographer and drone enthusiast John Sukawati is getting the scenic footage.
I really just wanted to capture the storm clouds moving in. Maybe some lightning would be kind of cool.
But John's drone captures more than clouds and farmland. Take a look.
I love drones. I think I might get a drone at some point. Don't know what to do with it. Probably harass people, but yeah, I'll definitely get a drone at some point. What's that? It looked like a golf ball.
Did you miss it?
Did you see it?
Don't worry. So did John. He didn't see it until he got home. Let's slow this down. I'm seeing a blurry white object whizzing by the drone. Pause it there. And here's a second one.
That one's a little bit weirder because it almost sort of comes at an arc. It's probably not a golf ball unless there's a golf course down there. But then if it's a golf course, Jesus, that would have to be some shot.
When we slow it down and push in, we see another object that looks to be coming from behind a cloud bank. Let's freeze that. You can understand why John was taken aback.
My curiosity piqued right away. It was just something weird.
So he had two individual shots of it then.
Forensic investigator Chase Klotsky says John's UFO videos rank in her top 5% for credibility. She notes that similar drone encounters have been popping up, with some suggesting these could be secret military micro-drones or alien technology.
Yeah, possible, but I mean, look at the locations. And if it's a secret drone technology, you don't want to be in a massive open field in the middle of Timbuktu nowhere, where someone could come across it if it happens to fall out of the sky. So not sure about that one. Is it a bird maybe?
They're scouts. They're gathering terrain, information, even about maybe our atmosphere.
Big leap. It's a big leap to say that these things that people are seeing are scout drones. The 3-eye atlas that's going to come from behind the sun and basically enslave us all. Might not be a bad thing these days.
She was particularly interested in the object that appears to be coming out of a cloud.
We have a lot of reports of objects flying into a cloud or the objects coming out of clouds.
If you're flying around in the sky, at some point you're going to end up encountering a cloud.
Almost as if they use them for cover.
So this stuff is all over the place. You've probably seen this video recorded by Navy fighter pilots. The Defense Department has...
Sick of seeing that one, to be honest.
That's an unidentified object. So what are these things on John Sukawati's drone cam? We want to take a good hard look with our analysts, starting with video forensics expert Michael Primo.
Come on, Michael Primo. Are you sporting the magic tash today?
Primo applied motion vector analysis to determine whether or not John's video was a fake.
The motion blurring and
Does that have the tash today?
the way that the object is traveling, the scale of the object, all looks consistent to me. It looks like there was actually something there.
But what was that something? My guess was hail. But our aviation expert, Tim McMillan, shoots down that theory.
I can't imagine one piece of hail just coming out of the sky.
Hail's out of the question because if you've got a heavy enough wind that is able to blow hail, something solid sideways, you're not going to be able to sustain flight with a quadcopter commercial drone.
What about the notion of secret military micro-drones?
How are you going to know? How are you going to know one way or the other?
The first thing we have to ask is why would they be operating it within close proximity of a hobbyist?
Exactly. You don't want to lose your tech. Oh shit, we crashed into some guy's drone. Oh, bad.
The object of keeping things secret is don't do them out in the open.
So if it's not hail and it's not another drone, then what is it? Our other video expert, Mark D'Antonio, has his own theories.
Moving frame by frame, it seems to change shape
It's a flapping bird.
in a rhythmic manner. It's actually changed shape in such a rhythmic manner that I began to actually think that maybe I'm actually looking at a bird flapping its wings, changing moment to moment as we go. The object is moving so fast past the camera on that each frame of the video is slightly blurred. So that is why it takes a little bit of finesse to notice the bird's wings.
And as for that other object coming out of the cloud,
It looked like an object that had no structure other than it was a soft focused object. And to me that indicates maybe that we're looking at like a seed pod that can actually get whipped to quite a high altitude.
First one, yeah. Second one, not sure about that. But I don't think it's anything like UFOs or anything really either.
okay. So is it proof or not? Michael Primo has seen a lot of these videos, and he
No video on the internet will ever be proof. If somebody shows you a video, it's not proof. The US government could come out tomorrow and go, oh, here's a video of the crash at Roswell and the bodies. And people will still say it's fake to distract for something that Trump's doing. So
couldn't identify these objects. So are they UFOs like the Navy reported? Maybe. But after Mark D'Antonio showed us that flapping motion, we're going to say that object is a bird. As for the other one, the seed pod theory is interesting, but not conclusive. We'll leave this one as an unidentified object.
I agree.
Quebec, 2018. A French-speaking family is on an outing enjoying a cloudless day when they notice something in the sky and start recording. A bizarre object rotates slowly, seeming to shine bright red and green lights as it turns. We push in and stabilize the image to get a better look. As the image comes into focus, you don't have to speak French to grasp the family's astonishment.
Oh la la! De le Pont d'Avignon. I can't speak French.
On voit.
Wow.
C'est un vaisseau.
On le voit.
Je vois.
I think that's a balloon with the sun hitting it, so it looks red hot, but it's a balloon.
Oh, ça fait.
The family grows increasingly certain they've spotted something extraordinary. And check this out. At moments, it looks like this thing is flaming, something we've never seen before. Is it a craft burning off fuel as it ascends into space? Journalist MJ Banias, a Canadian himself, says his homeland does a thorough job of recording such incidents.
Canada has a significant UFO history. We're one of the few countries that actually logs and collects UFO data on a yearly basis.
I'm sure other governments do as well. It's just they don't tell you that they're doing it.
And then publishes the results of those findings. There are more sightings of UFOs over Quebec than in any other Canadian province.
So I would guess that this is a balloon, if I'm honest.
Whatever this thing is, it's not making any noise, and it's not clear how it stays aloft.
The object is quite curious to me because it seems to have no visible means of propulsion, maybe even
Called air and wind.
exhibiting anti-gravity properties. It's sort of just suspended in air and for a period of time. So this very well could be something not of this world.
So we've done stories of UFOs spotted at forest fires, hovering around flaming volcanoes, and even flying into the sun's corona. But this is a rare instance where a UFO almost looks like it's on fire. To shed some light on what we're seeing, we turn the video over to our experts. First, video analyst Mark D'Antonio examines the video and its metadata to see if we can trust it.
As far as the video being something that was fake or hoaxed, I don't believe that that's the case. I think that this is an actual object.
This object doesn't have propellers or produce exhaust, so our
That's because it's a balloon.
experts eliminate a drone or plane. And the sky is completely clear, so D'Antonio rules out a cloud.
This is not anything weather related. Where there's no sun, it's dark under there, and where there is sun, it's bright. It kind of shows us that it's a 3D object being illuminated by the sun.
And what looks like fire might not be flame, but really a glint of sunlight off a shiny surface, says aviation expert Tim McMillan.
It's something that appears to have a very highly reflective surface. It's
like a balloon,
reflecting sunlight, very much like a mirror. And so
of a balloon.
All of that is very characteristic of a bright, shiny silver Mylar party balloon. And at one point, you can almost make out a shape, maybe an H, or, you know, at some point it almost maybe looks like a horse.
That's not a balloon. I'm joking. It's a balloon.
Antonio and McMillan think it's a balloon of some sort that's reflecting light so intensely it looks like it's on fire. But neither can explain exactly why the reflected light is so red, why the colors sometimes shift, or even why it's that strange shape.
I can't say it's not a UFO, unequivocally, but I do believe it's a Mylar balloon.
I can't say it's not a UFO, but it's not a UFO.
So, our verdict? The deciding moment for us is when the object turns sideways. We have to agree with our experts. With its wrinkles and strange shape, it sure looks like a partially deflated balloon. But we don't know what the letter is supposed to be. So it's a UFL, unidentified.
Yeah, but there's multiple letters in different languages. So, yeah, it might not be like in the English language alphabet, but it could be something else.
Flying letter? I think it's an N. Warminster, England, about 100 miles west of London. The passenger in a parked car notices something that appears to be a couple of helicopters or drones. But then, look at this. They seem to split into 5 or 6 smaller objects and then perform a series of coordinated maneuvers.
That not called engines on wings.
And it isn't the only video like this coming out of England.
There's lights. There's 2 aircraft.
Almost 300 miles away in Sunderland, a beachgoer catches this on camera. Here, 2 bright orbs loop across the sky and seem to divide. It looks kind of like fireworks at first, but then watch. The split orbs proceed to conduct similar coordinated maneuvers just like the Warminster video. They remind journalist and author Alexis Brooks of other first-hand accounts.
In the field of ufology, there
I think those 2 planes were like, you know, those, what do you call them now? Like fixed-wing aircraft where they basically just do shows and stuff and they do loads of acrobatics.
There's something, in fact, called UFO mitosis. Objects that are seen first as one and then replicating themselves and following a similar trajectory. This could be what we're seeing.
And taking it one step further, Brooks wonders if the UFO's splitting is part of an actual biological process.
I've spoken to quite a few individuals who have been...
They really do like to just basically shove any old shitty theory out there. Could it be a biological alien that is splitting? Actually, and then the end it'll just go, yeah, this is just 2 planes.
Taken on board craft that believe the craft is actually alive. Not just the occupants of the craft, but the craft itself. The assumption is that the craft may in fact be sentient as well.
During World War II, Winston Churchill suppressed reports of a UFO sighting in order to avoid widespread panic. Could these splitting UFOs be similar?
And now the UK government is just censoring people from saying dirty words on the internet. Stop the government from panicking.
To what he feared? We turn to our experts for answers. Military analyst Tim McMillan looks at the Sunderland footage and eliminates some possible explanations.
It's not consistent with any fireworks that I'm familiar with, mainly because it's doing barrel rolls, it's leaving a lot of showering sparks.
McMillan also thinks that no secret weapon would be tested or operated over a public beach, out in the
Well, yeah.
open.
Why don't you just go to the obvious answers first? Could this just be like 2 planes just doing maneuvers? Yeah.
He also thinks he can rule out UFOs, if only because of those odd sparks.
I'm unfamiliar with anybody who has seen any UFOs showering sparks and doing barrel rolls.
Ah, not true. Not true. There has been UFO reports of like almost like molten sparks dropping off a diamond-shaped UFO into the middle of a road. So there's precedent for those types of reports.
In recent years, China has used elaborate drone swarms to create synchronized displays. Could this be something similar?
Potentially a drone-type system that is specifically designed to provide a fireworks display that's able to shower sparks and do barrel rolls and travel all throughout the sky like this.
So it's possible. But instead of focusing just on the objects, astronomer and video effects designer Mark D'Antonio looks at these people on the beach.
They're all watching a show. How is he going to say that none of them are actually looking in the sky?
I see what appears to be people looking at this. This person looks like he's looking some other direction. That would be a pretty eye-catching thing.
Yeah, don't go off that. You know, like, I could take my other half to an air show and she might go, "Ooh, that's interesting," for 5 minutes. Then she'll be playing Candy Crush on the phone, like, for the rest of it. Some people are not interested. Some people have gone, right, okay, I've watched it for about 20 minutes now. Not doing anything else. The attention span of people these days is literally YouTube Shorts. If it's more than 30 seconds, forget about it.
Here's people that are bent over, doing other things, and that this is
Hey up. Careful now.
happening without anyone really paying attention to it. That is sort of a bit of a red flag for me.
Come on. If those a bit, like, depending on the attention span, if they've been doing that for, like, the better part of the last half an hour, people eventually are just going to go, right, well, I've seen it now. What more do you want? I've seen it, yeah. It's like firework displays. If a firework display was going on for half an hour, are you going to stand there for the entire half an hour and just look up? You're going to go, 20 minutes, 15 minutes later, you're going to go, fucking hell, how long is this going on for?
And if this video is sort of a red flag for D'Antonio, the Warminster video raises that flag and gives it a good wave.
Now, coming out from behind the hill, look, they're suddenly there. So watch. Boom. They started out here. The transition out of the hill is missing. It was removed from the video. Probably because the person who was creating this put in his little dots and took those frames out because he couldn't get a convincing exit from the hill. I think I have to label this one a hoax.
Fair play. Yeah, fair play. I agree. If there's editing of the video, yeah, hoax it.
One more thing about the Warminster video. Just about every time the orbs get close to the hill, everything goes blurry. You see this? Like there's something to hide. There's no point in splitting hairs over self-splitting UFOs. We're concluding that both videos are in fact CGI creations. Gotcha.
Fair play. The thing is, though, why would you do CGI creations? Because the second video, the Sunderland one, doesn't even look like a UFO. I would label that as two planes doing acrobatic maneuvers. That's it. I wouldn't say it was a UFO. And the first one I didn't even think was a UFO. Until he said, like, there was frames missing where someone's edited in. I didn't think, oh, that's something that's been split into 5 separate objects. I thought, oh, it's just 2 planes, like, flying with the lights on. So whoever created them, you're an idiot. Do something better next time. I hate fakes. Anyway, hopefully you've not been inundated with fake shit. I like the real stuff. Let me know if you've seen any real stuff. Do me a favour, subscribe. Really help me out. I'm trying to grow this channel. Don't know where it'll go. The stratosphere, I hope. I doubt it. If you don't want to subscribe, that's perfectly fine as well. So thanks for coming, and I will see you on the next one. You take care. Bye.